Hi there, people of the web wide world. It's me, Traumador, the Tyrannosaur. Haha! Talking to you live from my brand new home down here in awesome New Zealand. Well, okay, not so awesome this week because we've had a flood. Dun dun dun. It's kind of mucked up my life around here, major. Oh, let me tell you. But of course, right now you're asking Traumador, how did you get to New Zealand? I guess I'll get around to answering that question first, before I tell you about the flood. About a year ago, I called Alberta my home. Probably one of the most dinosaur-populated areas in the world. It had such a big population of dinosaurs, though, they got pretty sick of some of them, and they kicked a bunch out, including me. I decided to take the road less traveled, so I smuggled myself to one of the very few dinosaur-free countries in the world, New Zealand. In this new land, as a Saurian pioneer, I've managed to carve out a new life for myself. I've got a pretty cool job at the Otago Museum as a security guard. Even cooler than that, I have a new home deep within the forests of the Dunedin Botanic Garden. Now I can spend tons and tons of time talking about how these things happened, but rather than do that, you should just check out my blog. Here, of course, you'll find all the details about all that stuff. But I don't have time to tell you that now. I want to tell you about what happened at the flood. Right, the flood! It's going on right now, and it's flooding my home in the Botanic Garden. Oh man, I'm wet and cold. Rather than settle for this, I've come up with a plan. I'm going to hang out at a really nice, warm, dry place. That is, of course, Salmon College, where my really good friends, Craig, my legal guardian, and Owen, my new best friend here in New Zealand, live. The plan had been to just hang out and generally chillaxate, but there was one resident of the hall I'd completely neglected to think of. A real meanie, known only to me as the Germ-man. My stay at Salmon Hall started off fun enough. Me and Owen were playing table tennis, one of the most fun games ever. We were having so much fun we didn't notice a new guy enter the common room. From behind us we suddenly heard,
"So you ladies like to play ping-pong. Would you care for a game, or are you too turkey?"
Yeah, you probably guessed it. It was indeed the Germ-man. Being as much of a jerk now as he was that time he tried to beat me up. But this time I was gonna get him back, cause little did he suspect I was a great ping-pong player after all the practice. But suddenly he pulled a fast one on me and Owen. He challenged us to play him at the same time. He was in for a real nasty surprise. And it was game on. What the? Oh man, he got lucky on that one. Oh! Oh, look out, here comes a... Ow! He's gonna spike it, he's gonna... Ouch!
Your pathetic ping-pong skills fill me with embarrassment in my stomach. No wonder you dinosaurs went extinct. Good thing.
And just like that, he was gone, leaving us completely defeated. I thought me and Owen were pretty good ping-pong players, but even our combined forces were no match against his. Me and Owen recouped over a game of chess. The entire game, my tiny brain the size of a peanut couldn't help but wonder one thing. Why was the Germ-man being such a jerk to me? Had I done something to him? I couldn't remember anything at first. That is till I thought back to my first visit to Salmon Hall. Then I suddenly remembered something that could explain all of this.
I love schnitzel, I love schnitzel. How about you? How about you? Eat it in my tummy, eat it in my tummy. Yum, 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 yum.
Do, just walking along. Oh, hey, schnitzel. That looks really yummy. It'd be a waste to just leave this perfectly good schnitzel sitting here with nobody to eat it. Don't mind if I do.
I have talked to you enough. I have schnitzel to eat.
Excuse me.
Oh no! What happened to my beloved schnitzel? Who has dared to eat the most German of meals?
Oh, poor Germ-man. Man, that wasn't very nice of me at all. I'd be pretty ticked off if somebody came along and ate my duckbill burger, but how could I make it better? then it hit me. Oh, I shouldn't have had that chest piece in my mouth. Oh, it was so easy. I could just replace the food that I'd eaten. Better yet, I had a whole bunch of bananas left over from the dinners I'd been eating at Salmon. I don't like bananas at all. Tyrannosaurs and fruit, not such a good mix. So I busted into the Germ-man's room and planted the bananas. Except on my way out, I guess I might have closed the door a little bit too hard. Which might kind of have knocked over a water bottle, that might have dumped a bunch of water onto the dresser, that might have poured into an open drawer. I don't know.
What? Why is there water? Oh no! My favorite shirt! Who did this?
Who knew Germ-men were allergic to wet shirts anyway? He figured out it was me pretty quick due to that note I left behind.
Traumador! What have you done?
Next thing I knew, I had a really tight hand around my throat.
You have interfered in my affairs for the last time. You shall pay for your clumsiness once and for all.
Just like that, I found myself flying. More like falling. Oh, it really hurt. And that, people of the web wide world, is how I made my first enemy ever.
No, seriously, where is my schnitzel? It must still be around here somewhere. Someone must have just dropped it. Maybe it is underneath my plate. I will check with my eyes. Oh no, it is not underneath the plate either. Perhaps someone dropped it underneath the table. I can't believe it. Does this end without me getting my schnitzel back?